Hello, check 1, 2. I don't know if you can hear me. I got 45%, so we're gonna definitely make this work. No, and I'm well. I mean, 60 would be better.
I know, right?
Yeah, because it's doing, you know. Yeah.
They're probably 45.
45.
Okay. 45. 45 better than 35. 45 better than 20.
Exactly. Can you hear me? Check 1, 2. I got 4G. I'm not on the Wi-Fi. Let's make sure if you hear me or not.
Okay.
Cool.
I think they want.
Hey, we're back here. We're in the spa. We are chilling. You know. Yeah. No, yeah. This is chilling here. You know, Rojo surprised us with you know, something shocking, and I just thought it was a, you know, some jacuzzi and spa. And we come downstairs, they got all these rooms, stuff like that. They got the food, or the food closed at 9:30. Yeah, you should go order some food. They got good food. They got chicken teriyaki and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they got the food downstairs. I'm about to walk in and make a food order. That's the case. Okay, we don't eat no food. Okay, sorry. Yeah, and please send out. If anybody didn't get this, get the uplink. Please send out the uplink and everything like that. I'll make that selfie check this. I'll be back. Yeah, I just moved the horse piece and kicked out the other one. And Glenn's shaking his head like, "What are you doing?" Ooh, look at this. This is pretty. Hold on. Can I move the camera around? How do I move my camera? Look at this. Monica. And everybody see the so this. Now, for those of you who know me, right now I'm looking for the food place. This is nice right here. Rojo is like, hey, I'm gonna surprise you guys. This is a nice surprise. I don't know what we're coming into. This is nice the whole half the day. So what's the crystal here, and they got the spa treatment. Not gonna front. I was about to go to the, what is it? What you guys call it in a female world, mani and pedi, whatever you guys call it. I was about to go in there.
You almost blocker. Okay.
What happened?
I said you almost went into the women's sanctuary. Okay.
No, well, no, that's the unisex department. So it was all good, but now it's closed. Hold on, I went the wrong way. Okay. Where is the, hold on. Let's go. 8:24, we're gonna get started at 8:30. I'm gonna play the video. Hopefully it does work clear on my phone. I don't know. Could do it from my phone.
Yeah, the reception is pretty bad.
We will see. Brother Glenn is charging his phone. Mine is on 44%. They got a K lounge in here. They got the flying pipes. If you've ever been to Atlantic City with Magical World of Wonders, it's like how do you have a Hey, hold on. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining the call. I hope you guys could hear me clearly. I'm on 44%, Brother Glenn is charging his phone, so he's going to switch over later. So we are definitely relaxing and having fun. Brother Ro, if you guys know Brother Rojo, you know he's on the spa. I think that's one of the secrets of everlasting life is going to spas and having lots of energy. So I'm definitely I know where this is now in Jersey, and it's 2. So I'm definitely going to go back here another day. Now, if you go downstairs, it says right on top of there, if you can read it, restaurant. I think they close at 9:30. And of course, it's a big line. Gonna go on mute. So 8:30 and play the video. How you doing, guys? I hope that video was clear. I'm doing this from my phone. How you doing, Chris Waller? Okay, you're out with family. They're leaving town. Okay, thank you for coming on for a little bit. Since you have to leave soon, if you could, state your name, state your business and your passion in relation to what you do and how you got introduced to Powerful Pioneers before you have to jet a possible, please.
I can't really participate. I can just listen a little bit because, as you can see, I've got a baby in my arms and I'm about to take her to be dropped off, my granddaughter. So I'm going to have to hop on the next call to participate. My apology to everyone.
No, you're good. Are you the one from Africa who went to Africa?
Yeah. I'm part-time. I live part-time in West Africa.
Oh, hold on. Before you go, I recognize your voice. So I call you the guy with the hat. How you doing?
What's up, brother?
How you doing? I heard a lot of good things about you. That
I'm doing like that.
Blessing to that and everything.
Yeah.
All right, let me catch. Alrighty, cool.
Yeah, so listen, you know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to come back on. I just have to drop her off. So
okay.
Hopefully I'll be done, within not too long, and I'll be able to drop her off.
Okay.
And then I'll be able to come back on the call. All right?
Okay. Awesome. Alrighty, cool.
All right. Peace.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey guys, hope everybody's well. Thank you for jumping on and coming on. Thank you for Mecca. Thank you for Priscilla Brown. Thank you, Latonica, being a co-host, holding it down today as well. And I just want to give a shout out to Powerful Pioneers, give a shout out to people who are doing their thing in the business world and the Powerful Pioneers world. And right now we are relaxing at the spa. Never been to technically a spa before. I have been in a jacuzzi before, but not a real spa. The place is amazing with all the crystals and the gems and other gems that are in here, which is really interesting. And yeah, at first I thought it was just a regular little spa, and then it magically opens up to a bigger place. I'm like, okay, I gotta come back here more often. This is very interesting and feel relaxed, especially if you're a business person and you need to like wind down and just kind of, be chill. This really helps with that, really helps with that. So yeah, and everything like that. So people who are on the call, please introduce yourself. Say what brought you to Powerful Pioneers, what your passion in your business is. And I believe we also have a guest speaker for tonight also. So who would like to go first? That's Latonica or Micah or Priscilla. They state your name and business and brought you to Powerful Pioneer.
Can you hear me?
You are a little bit
Could
choppy.
you hear me?
I could hear you a little bit choppy.
Well, yeah, I can't talk too much because I'm at work, but I'm a Powerful Pioneer. I met Rojo a couple of years ago, and I loved everything he was talking about, and I'm a participant of a lot of things that he do. I used a lot of products. I'm not selling anything. I come for wealth and health, and that's basically about it.
Nice, awesome. Looking forward to connecting with you or reconnecting with you again, and everything like that. And thank you for sharing. Love the glasses, love the earring.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Yep. Like, oh shoot, okay. But yeah, you definitely love the spot over here. This place is popping.
Oh, spas are always wonderful.
Yeah, it's my first time at a quote unquote spa. I'm like, okay, it's not just a jacuzzi in here. Okay. So it's real nice. It is real nice. All right, awesome. Well, thank you for being on.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Next, either Latonica or Makai L. I hope I said that right.
Peace and love, everyone. I'm Latonica. I am the foot reflexologist, the womb wellness coach, as well as doula, and the host of a bunch of things, as well as a poet and a brand ambassador for many of the different businesses within the Powerful Pioneers cipher, family, of course, because we are a familyhood. What brought me to Powerful Pioneers, that's kind of a wide range of a question. Of course, I come across Brother Rojo, and but my experience was a bit different because I run in some of the same circles as Brother Rojo. So I've always seen him in different events. And I decided last year to become an official, well, not last year, the year before that, an official Powerful Pioneers member. And it's been growing and going great ever since. Giving thanks.
And in relation to you being a poet as well, and since we're on, what happened?
No, I was saying peace to my sister Mikael.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, so welcome to guest speakers and also attendants. I know Latonica is prepared for this,
Yeah.
and she knows what I'm gonna say.
No, don't say it. No. What were you gonna say?
Now, by a show of hands, guys, or by a show of yeses, who would like Sister Latonica to drop a few lines?
You see, why I open my mouth all the time with you, Raymond? Jeez.
Oh, I just ignore somebody by mistake. Hold on. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I pressed the wrong button. Oh, I heard somebody saying they want to hear her spit. Latonica, you got some fans. You can't disappoint.
Do I
Oh,
have anything in me?
how do I pay here or pay upstairs? Oh, downstairs. Okay. All right. Thank you. Wow. Hold on. Oh, thank you. Okay. So they okay. This is some very interesting excuse me, guys. Latonica, you're up. Co-hosting. Hold on. Latonica, your thing. It's the poet of the hour.
I did want to say I am open for reflexology sessions. Excuse me for not saying before. I do private reflexology sessions as well as wellness events. I am having I am vending at a wellness event on the 24th of this month in advance. But if you want to set up a private foot reflexology session, do contact Brother Rojo. He has my contact information, and you can just give me a call. Or I am a brand ambassador for Blackstream.live. So my channel is Blackstream.live/Sacred Rose. I am channel 10. When you get to my channel, there is a world icon. When you click that icon, there is a drop down where you'll be able to see some of my links. And one of them says book appointment Now you click that and it will take you to my booking site. On there, you can book a foot reflexology session with me, either 30 minutes or an hour. And if you are a mama to be or know someone who is going to be a mama to be, there is a consultation, a doula consultation as well. Now, the other thing on the drop, when you click the word icon, is you can also view my poetry podcast. I am working to get that up and running again, for better quality and all. And if you would like to contribute to that, I do have a Patreon link that is linked to, of course, my Patreon as well. There you can help me out with, getting better quality. I don't like all the fuzziness in the backgrounds and things of that nature. So if you would love to help the sister out, I'll be more than grateful for that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. At the moment, I am looking for one of my books. I don't have anything off the dome right now at the moment, but if anyone else would love to share, what they do, of course, they name what they do and what inspired them to become an official Powerful Pioneers, please do so. The floor is open. Give me thanks.
Hey everyone, thank you for being on. I would like to share that my name is Raymond G. For those of you who don't know me, I teach tax-free income. I teach about wills and trusts. I'm connected with a few firms where we specialize in that. I also make the referral, and we definitely help get your things situated. For example, there was an individual who had a trust that wasn't set up correctly. I recommend them to a firm that I work with, and then everything was taken care of and settled. And they're really happy for that type of service. And I also specialize in, excuse the noise in the background, I also specialize in tax-free income in relation to insurance, because there's real life insurance and fake life insurance out there. And a lot of people, believe it or not, have fake life insurance. So I educate on the difference so people have the proper strategies. And I also teach you how to get paid daily from your phone. And a lot of people are liking that because literally every single day they get paid. So I'm teaching them how to do that as well. I'm also a Blackstream representative also. And I love being a Blackstream representative because it's something that we can definitely represent and something that is also our own. And that is something that's really, really amazing. And I also attached Blackstream to my personal website, which is bestbest.com, B as in Victor, B as in boy, bestbest.com. And that's where you can learn more about me as well and the services that I provide. All righty. Let's see who else would like to share as well of what they do and the mission. Oh yeah, by the way, I met Rojo a few years back. He was talking about Blackstream and the virtual vending platform, how everybody could be unified and come together and basically have something of their own. And what was very interesting was that there was a lot of vendors at this location, but I think I was one of the only ones really listening intently and things like that. And I was like, they need to listen to this brother. And ever since then, I've just been helping any way I can, time permitting, in relation to the vision and mission of Powerful Pioneers, of the collective unity when it comes to businesses and also business ownership and things like that. So in relation to Blackstream, we have different vendors such as Cicilla, who is a doula. I believe she said a reflexology therapist. If that's the correct time, I believe that's correct. She's also a spoken word artist. Hopefully later this evening or sometime later on, she'll drop a few lines. But you got to kind of push the say you have a nest and everything, and a bird wants to fly out the nest, you kind of just kick them out the nest. Anyway, as I keep going, and it's okay, she can laugh. And then after that, we want to make sure that people also have their, and also who else is there? Okay, also Mr. PJ. Not sure if she's on the line, but she also has a page as well, and also a magazine and a website. And I'm also working with her when it comes to Smart Money University and for financial education. I'm also working with her She also has a code for her lingerie brand with Luna Lanes. And I think Latonica is a Luna Lane representative as well as other women who are on Powerful Pioneers. And also, if you guys go to my website, you get a discount code as well. I like to feature people who are doing positive things as well. All right. We also have other virtual vendors on there from, let's see, Harlem Deserves the Credit, Brother Murray. And we also have others on there as well. Latonica, can you shed some light on the other vendors that are part of the virtual sessions?
Yeah. You mean the panels?
Yeah, the pioneers, the other people who are on the Blackstream representatives that have a Blackstream page.
I don't know their channel, to be honest with you. Hello?
Say it again.
I said I don't know a lot of them, like the channels in terms of the numbers by heart.
Oh, okay.
In the meantime, while we're getting that situated, is there anyone else who would love to share their business, their name, their brand, what brought them to Powerful Pioneers?
Greetings, can y'all hear me?
Yes. Teachers, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sis.
Oh yeah, this is the Mecca L, and met Brother Rojo a couple of months ago in Houston, Texas. And I am a member of Powerful Pioneers. My name again is Sister Mecca L, and I am a health consultant, financial advisor, financial educator, wealth manager, massage therapist. I do music. I have my own podcast and YouTube channel. My brand is Omeka Enterprises. So we have Omeka Financial, Omeka Health and Wellness, Omeka Life, Moreland Real Estate, Moreland Travel, just to name a few businesses under the enterprise. I'm a mother, a grandmother, and that's pretty much it.
Giving thanks, sis. I remember meeting you and you harmonizing with Sister Empress, and I'm just thinking, yeah, she gonna be one of us. She already a family member, already a Powerful Pioneers family member. It's good to hear you and see you again, sis.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wow,
I love you.
your picture, that hat and the outfit is picture right.
Yeah, he hand paints these hats from Jamaica.
She got the matching red with the matching top. Okay. And it says stay woke with the earrings. Okay, we find out.
Oh, you stay woke. Yes, so. I'm elated to be a part of the family, so I'll be extremely busy like everybody else.
Well, one thing I would like to do is just one of the prominent guest speakers tonight. And you can probably attest to this. Now let me not do it. I would say another fun joke. Let me not do it. But I want to get into the topic of what we were talking about a few days ago, and And one of those topics are, let me go to the topic list here. Give me a second. So one of the topics is building powerful family relations. You know, I know in your line of work or when an event happened, you know, we have to have powerful families and powerful bonding, and, you know, make sure that communication doesn't get misaligned with what the intention is. You know, so how do we improve that? Now, I don't want to just make it like the Black community, even though everybody's Black on here, but sometimes we may have some other minorities in the future who want to be a part of powerful pioneers who qualify. You know, so one in relation to strong families and building powerful relations in communication. You know, what are some of the things where I guess you personally experienced, or the person or business wise, where there's a big communication gap, or there was a misunderstanding, whether it's between man and man, or woman and woman, or woman and man. You know, how can we do better in that realm? Does that concept make sense?
I would say the most important thing in communicating one another would be to listen. Well, hearing is one skill, and listening is another skill. So if we are attentive to one another when one speak versus talking over each other, respecting that person's perspective, not necessarily agreeing with that person's perspective, but at least respecting that person's perspective. If you love someone or care about someone enough to respect their perspective, then it makes the communication more effective.
Was there any maybe, without saying people's names, but anything you experienced like in the past, like in your profession when you're growing up, when simple communication could have been more effective in relation? I know I have some stories as well in relation to that, but I know since you're the the guest speaker, I want to make sure you have the floor, you know, in relation to, you know, topics like this.
Oh, yeah, tips in relationships. You know, a lot of times brothers say, "You don't listen to me. You don't listen. You don't listen." And I had to work on my motor skills. I had to work on those skills because some people mind is thinking while the other person is speaking. So I would take out a notebook or a note and a piece of paper and write down my point of view and what I want to say, you know, to do everything I can in my power to, you know, not cause the conversation to go left as far as the male in the relationship get upset with me. So if your mind is thinking fast, you may want to jot down what that your points of what you want to say and how you want to respond. So basically, when the person leave off whatever they're speaking on at the end of that conversation, or that right before that person stops speaking, then, you know, you can elaborate on what that last subject matter was, or point of view that that person was speaking about. Or if you can write down and jot down everything that person is speaking before you speak, then you can hit all pointers of what matters to you and what you and how you want to respond, because responding and reacting is two separate things. And we tend to we tend to react out of emotion and not respond.
And
To
while
make
we
people
listening to our mates, we have to be careful what we do with our face. We can't frown if we didn't like what he said when he's saying it. We have to listen and keep our face private, and then say what we have to say when he's finished talking. because you could change the whole emotion by what you put on your face, because a lot of people read you that way.
Yeah, because of verbal communication being 95% of communication is verbal. Excuse me, is body language, not verbal, body language. So, I agree with you, sis. Yeah, because a lot of men think that we're from another planet. and, and men don't respond the way we respond. Like, men can't comprehend that. Why when we nag and we complain, men can't comprehend that. Men, their brains are not wired like our brains. You know what I'm saying? So it just being obnoxious and angry and bitter and nagging to a man, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. So, just being aware and attentive to what we say. And like you say, our facial expression. You have to be aware and conscious. And just let a person know. Communicate. If a lot of men always say, "Oh, we don't deal with emotions." Yeah, men cry too. Men have feelings as well.
That's very powerful. I'm sorry, go ahead. I was just going to share and co-sign on something that you're saying. I went to a conference a few years ago, and there's a lady by the name of Bridget Brennan, who's a powerful speaker on women intelligence and why she buys and how women think. And it was really written. It was written for men and women. She wasn't trying to be sexist or whatever. And I had the pleasure to meet her face to face. And I told her, I'm not perfect, but when I read her book, I realized I'm doing a lot of what she's saying or aiming to do. Like she had like a checklist. And I said, man, I'm not too shabby. when I started reading, and what was really interesting, all the comments, you guys might chuckle at this, and that's okay. She put up a railroad track, and on the railroad track, there was 2 railroad tracks. There was one railroad track that had about 18 railroad tracks, all discombobulated, going around like a snake. And then they had one railroad track in the form of a straight line, basically like bricks laid in order. And then everybody started chuckling because she was like, she gets the spine might be the man and the spine might be the woman. And everybody started laughing because the woman in general, now this is not saying this is every woman, but just among women in general, was the train tracks that went left, right, up, down. Phone now,
Yeah, you broke up. We couldn't hear nothing what you said at all.
You didn't hear any? Oh man, yeah, this signal down here is not the best with the phone.
Robot. Yeah, it's bad. It's a very, very bad connection.
Hold on. Can you hear me now? Check 1, 2.
Yeah, that's clear.
1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna say a little bit slower. Hopefully it doesn't kick me off again. Because the signal's crazy. What I was saying was I met a lady by the name of Bridget Brennan with the financial companies I work with, and she has different books related to women and men, but specifically women. And one of the books she has was How Women Think or Why Women Think or Doing Business with Women. And then when I was looking at her checklist, I realized I wasn't doing too bad because I basically, in a way, passed her checklist. And I started laughing. And I was wondering, how come I passed the checklist? One of the reasons is because I like to listen. I think you learn more by listening and also having a listening conversation, not just listening to when they're finished to now say your point, really, really listening, because I'm in financial education. So you have to listen to everybody. And what's very coincidental, a lot of the people I serve are women more than men, which I think is kind of funny because one of my friends said, Raymond, of course you serve more women because you like to talk. And I said, well, I don't mind that. As long as there's women around, I'm smiling. so I'm not mad at that, but the funny thing is that, on a serious tip though, she had an image on the PowerPoint of two different minds. One was the woman mind and the man mind. One mind had multiple tracks going left, right, up, down, and then there was one track that just went straight. And of course, now I'm not saying all women, but the tracks on the right was up, right, left, and down. So it was leading. So there was many different interpretations to say, well, women maybe can do more than one thing because, say, for example, they raise children, they're on the phone, they're cooking food, so their mind is in many different places. And it doesn't mean men can't do this. Some men can, but then what she also said about the man, when the mind is laid in track, is that sometimes the man is so focused on that project that you have to let the man focus on that project. If you distract them, it can also mess up with what the main goal might be, or the main focus also might be. So, like for example, like I know when I'm on the phone, and like my business friend has 4 kids, and there's so much noise in the background. She's like, Raymond, I'm listening. Raymond, I'm listening to you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Keep talking. I can hear you. But then me, I stop because I don't want to be rude, thinking that she maybe can't hear me, or whatever the case, until she also gives the go ahead. So listening is very, very key. And then also when you mentioned, I believe, about the nagging and the things like that, sometimes I think, well, why is she nagging? How come she's nagging? Is there something I may or may not be missing? Or maybe sometimes a woman, just that particular woman, not everyone, maybe wants to get under the male skin for the fun of it. So there's many different things and many different angles, in relation to that. So I think the most basic thing is communication, and that's important. And one of the things that's also not healthy is, if somebody's trying to do something and then putting that person down because they maybe don't get something. The main goal is to help and increase a person's value, not dethrone a person's value, because everybody has an understanding level. So that's some of my take on it. Hopefully that was clear. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and not in addition to listening to us or us listening to you guys, not consistency is another thing that we got to work on in our community, because we'll get it. We'll work on ourselves to be a better mate. And then a week later, 3 days later, we're back doing the same thing because we're creatures of habit, right? So some say it takes 30 days, some say it takes 90 days to learn the new habit. So reinforcement, practice make perfect. So, we have to be attentive and we have to pay more attention to our habits, our behavior. We have to self-check ourselves.
In other words, renewing of the mind also, and it's, I know I sometimes tell people, hey, if you feel or think I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know how and why I'm wrong. And if that makes sense, I'll be like, okay, cool. Sometimes for me, I know personally for me, I have no problem saying, hey, my bad, I might be wrong on this one. Let me know. And I have no shame in saying that because nobody's perfect. Then it could be other people where like, well, I know I'm wrong, but I'm not gonna admit it. So I'm gonna just keep that. I'm gonna keep that face on. I'm gonna keep that look on. And one of my business partners, female friend, one of her other friends said, "You have to learn to change your face." I didn't say that. Her female friend said that to her because her face expression say it all.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, my thing was I laughed a lot in my past relationships, and the fact that I would laugh, they would get offended by me laughing. And I'm like, well, you want me to be sad, you want me to respond negatively, you want me to feel toxic, and I'm not gonna feel what you feel. You know what I'm saying? So I smile, like I don't let a man get to me like that. And I speak my truth, and I check you. You come out of line, I check you, but you be out of love. You be out of love because I'm a loyal person. So I'm the type that I have. Well, two is deceased, but I have family members or had family members that were married 80 years, 60 years. The ones that are alive now have been married 40 years. My mom and dad, they're best friends. They never married, but they're best friends. So I was birthed out of love, you see? So a lot of the behavior that we're seeing in our communities and relationships, it's the upbringing and how you was raised. And so when I date, I ask dudes questions like, what type of relationship did your parents have? Was your dad in your life? Was your mom in your life when you were born? You know what I'm saying? I ask certain questions, and now meeting so many men and they're like, you're different because you've never been molested. They always tell me I haven't really met too many women that haven't been traumatized from being molested by a family member. That's not my story. You feel me? So now I'm adding that question to my list. I'm asking the brothers now. And you wouldn't believe, I'd be shocked to hear that so many males have been molested by their family member. So it's a lot of trauma that we haven't dealt with. And we get in these relationships expecting that other person to validate who we are. And it seems like everybody's living this fantasy, in this fantasy world, this perfect relationship, but I don't think that there is a perfect relationship. And expecting them to be what you envisioned them to be. And then when they don't be what you envisioned them to be, that's when the toxicity kick in and the blame start kicking in.
Selfishness.
In the chaos.
I feel there's a lot of selfishness. A lot of people don't care about the next person. They want what they want, and that's it. They don't care how the next person feels.
Yes.
Oh, continue, whoever was speaking.
So for me, I'm a determined person, a focused person. Haven't always been there, but where I'm at in my life today, I don't care how fine you are. I don't care what you have going for yourself. I don't really care about that right now. You can put the handsomest, attractivest together man in my face, and I still wouldn't buy it. You know what I'm saying? I still wouldn't push up because I know I'm at the point where I'm focusing on other things in my life where I'm not seeking that at this moment. And the more I tell brothers that, the more they push up, the harder they come, the more they call. You know what I'm saying? And they be saying, "You strong, man. You disciplined, bro." And I'm like, "Yeah, I was always this way because I love my brothers and I had a weakness for brothers. So I'm to the point now where, I'm loving myself. I'm serving myself. I'm hugging myself. I'm blowing kisses at myself. And that's where I'm at. And just be my friend." I said, "Take this time out to get to know me. Be my friend. You don't have to always be in bed with me. We could go out to dinner. We could go, we could have fun. And we don't have to always meet at my place. You know what I'm saying? Why we can't meet at a restaurant or the park or the beach or something? So it's like a lot of people move so fast because they're used to just moving fast. Get out of one relationship, get into the next one. You haven't even taken the time to heal. You know, you haven't even taken the time to purge out your system from the soul tying of that person before her or him. So a lot of people tell me that they're lonely, and I'm like, you lonely? It's too much to do to be lonely. I can see you missing being in a relationship or being with a male, you know, a mate. But no, it's too much to do to be lonely. No, no. I love being alone. And a lot of people cannot be alone. And they're codependent. You have a lot of codependent relationships going on in our communities. I'm not codependent. So when I'm ready, I don't know. And when I'm ready, my king gonna come.
I just want to add when you said you know my king gonna come. I just want to add on earth as it is in heaven. Well, I want to add to that.
Because I'm seductive. No,
She
I'm
got the joke.
seductive. I'm seductive. I got the joke. I'm seductive. And if I see something I like, man, when I'm ready. So I'm not moved by a man's status or physical appearance. That don't move me. When I'm ready, I'm more into a man's intellect, more into a man understanding the feminine energy. And I understand the male energy, but the man, a lot of brothers still into this patriarchal system and don't understand the power of that feminine energy. You see, so I don't meet too many brothers that understand that energy, and the ones that I do meet that understand that energy, you know, I'm cool with them. So I don't know, I'm just me, and I'm just enjoying me right now. So I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Chris, your statements are very powerful, and I definitely admire everything that you talk and everything that you are. I just wanted to say that.
Yes, ma'am. Because it take, you know, I'm married to a man from New Orleans, and very loving man, but he has a very dark side as well. And it took me 4 years to break from that energy, very powerful energy. I had to break from it. And I had to make the decision, do I want to keep going through this? Do I want to keep, I mean, I felt like I was sleeping with the enemy because I was so loyal and down for him, and he thought I was against him. I mean, that's one of the worst relationships to be in, when you down and you loyal and you riding for a person and they don't even trust that you are or believe that you are. And it was like I had enough. So I said, you know what? I got to take these 2-3 years out for myself because I love hard and I give. I'm a giver. You know, there's givers and takers on this planet, and I'm a giver and I'm a server. And it's like, okay, when people see that, they tend to take advantage of that. And even if you a good person, like so many people been hurt. Hurt people do hurt people, and a lot of people been hurt in our community and don't trust. And they feel that, you know, when you're kind to them, you want something from them. Oh, you too nice. Something ain't right with her, or something not right with him. He too kind. He too nice. So they always feel that you're out to get them for something. But this is who I am. This is who I really am. And they don't. A lot of men don't understand that. You know, they compare you to the woman in their past. The women compare the men to the men in their past. You know, and it's like, I trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you. That's me. That's how I roll. I'ma trust you. It's if I let you in my circle. I'm gonna trust you till you give me a reason not to. So I'm not gonna live my life on the edge and fear, worrying about, oh, he gonna get me, she gonna get me. No, I'm conscious. I have the spirit of discernment, so I'm gonna be able to read you anyway. You feel me? So I don't be having no problems. I'm good.
We get to that point.
And I don't let
I don't know if
anybody in my home.
That's really deep. I know I'm just going to share from, well, not too long, but from a part male perspective, and just to raise different questions. I'm not going to go on a 20-minute, 30-minute dissertation, but but I want to put a scenario out there of a situation in the past with a friend, whatever, and say, for example, back in the day, this person was, for example, a virgin at the time. And for that individual, being truthful and honest, whatever the case for that person, was a different step. And say that individual experienced a woman or a woman in general, just to be out there. But then, as friends talk, at the end of the day, that person was maybe using that person, not even know the other person thinking it was giving somebody a chance when not happening at all. So, of course, comparing to old people and things like that. So I guess the question is, to post to the panel, how do we really give a person a fair chance who if people have been hurt, and the definition between usury and complimentary when it comes to things like that, so other people don't quote unquote feel used or thought they were used, and vice versa. How do we not show that? And I'm thinking that along. I don't know if that's too deep of a question.
Your phone was breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
No, I was posing the question in a long-winded way, but basically, it's short. Whether, say, for example, if a person or persons, one is a virgin, the other one is not a virgin, whether man or woman or vice versa, and you're chilling with somebody who is not a virgin, and that individual, they could feel used sometimes in the long run. How does a person not feel used or think they are used, or vice versa? How does usury versus complimentary actually work out, friendship, relationship, or or otherwise, things like that. You can be chilling with a person for so long, and you can maybe think, hey, I want to get it in or whatever, because that was promised among the other people or the persons, but that didn't really happen, and then the other person got screwed over based on false hope. Because there's been many stories from either men, women in relation to that. So how do we define, I guess, in relation to that, usury versus complimentary?
I would say everything would start for me with self-love, and these days, like, we're probably all in different generations and all come from different upbringings, and most of the youth are getting their ideology, their ideas from television and radio, right? So mama go to work, daddy go to work, mama don't know, daddy don't know what their child is doing when they're at work, right? So when you have these different visualizations coming into your thought pattern through that TV screen and through that radio and through that cell phone and through that iPad, you feel me? Behavior is back to behavior. A lot of people don't have self-discipline and self-control, so they're gonna react to what they see, right? And it's a natural instinct for male and female to attract, opposites to attract. So there's gonna come an attraction. They're gonna meet somebody, never had sex before. It depends on that female and telling that brother, okay, because I have a young, I consult young couples, and God takes the young girl's virginity. They fight like cats and dogs. They break up. They get back together. He feel like he owe her something because he took her virginity. She uses it against him and manipulates him and controls him by telling him, "You used me, you hurt me, you moved on. I thought we was gonna be together forever." You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of that going on with these girls' virginity being taken by these guys. Guys feel like pressure on them. It's a lot of mental health illnesses going on in relationships, but you know, a lot of these. I had my daughter at 14. I had my son at 16. My thing when I was young and my virginity was taken away is because I was always fast. I was like always ahead of my time. And a Muslim brother watched me develop, watched me grow. And it didn't really hit me that he was a pedophile until my husband said he met him and he said he's a pedophile. He was how old? He took your virginity and he prayed on you, he watched you, went to the man's house, he invited me over. We was listening to, I'm 13, listening to Blue Magic. You know, Blue Magic, the old school singer Blue Magic. He introduced me to Islam, he introduced me to a whole bunch of things. And he took my virginity. I got drunk. I got drunk. He took advantage of me sexually. I didn't know what I was doing. I just liked the guy because he liked me. You feel me? So my brain wasn't even developed at my age. You know what I'm saying? He was advanced. I'm different. I didn't feel that he owed me something or I owe him something. I told my mama I was pregnant. She wanted to kill me. I just found this out a couple of months ago. I just started questioning my mom about what happened and why he left the town and she said, "You said that if he went to jail, I gave him an alternative to leave the city or he going to jail." Okay. And he told me he was 18, but he was older than 18. I'm 13 years old. You see what I'm saying? So
You see what we do?
found out he left. A couple of times he's popped up in my daughter's life. And my mom said that you told me if I was gonna have him arrested, then you was gonna go to jail with him. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, "Mom, I told you that." She said, "Yeah, I'm 48 now." My mom said, "Yes, you told." This is just 2 months ago. My mama just told me this, and I said, "Mom," I said that. She said, "Yeah, you was down for him. You was 13, rocking with that man, and you coming home asking me questions about religion and." She said, "I was so mad at you." She said, "My mama told me she wanted to take me to abort my daughter. But my daughter is 33 now, but that wasn't the path for my life." You know what I'm saying? And he took my virginity. I don't hate him. I talk to him. We cool. And I never ever told my daughter anything negative about her dad. I've never turned my children against their fathers because I'm a different breed of a woman. I have every reason to, but I don't know. I'm just different. I don't know. I'm not into putting no man on child support, the system, all that. I'm just different. I feel like nobody should force you to take care of your seed. If you don't naturally take care of your seed and we create this seed, hey, okay, I'm going to explain to my child why you're not in their life. And then when they get old enough to be a part of your life, that's their decision. That's your choice. Because I didn't want them to come back and say, "Oh, you turned me against my father. You said daddy was this, that." No. My children have a relationship with their dads for the greatest of men towards me, but I'm not going to degrade the brother. I'm not going to, turn my children against their dads. No, you get to know your dad for yourself. That's your dad, because the relationship you have with your dad is not the relationship I had with your dad. So it's two different types of relationship, you know. And my children are happy, very successful, and they have their dads in their life. And I'm friends with them all. You see what I'm saying? So meet their wives, cool with their girlfriends and their wives. I'm just one of them. But a lot of sisters are angry. They're bitter. They want to beat up on the child because the baby ain't his. They don't want to You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just different. I never blamed them. I never accused them of anything. I just now found the story out and just went with the flow of things and did the best I could to raise my daughter. She's a school teacher. She owns her own business, you know what I'm saying? And she's a school teacher, so she has a master's in education. And I did that. And now she talks to her dad every day. He's in her life. He visits her. She visits him. And he was gone the majority of her whole entire life when she needed him the most. So I never tried to portray that role of being a dad. You feel me? That ain't my role. I can't be a man. I'm not a man. So I did what I did and showed her and taught her the things. And I tried to be the example for her because I've been in long-term relationships. So I'm not the type of woman to jump from man to man to man to man. You see what I'm saying? So I've been in 8-year relationships, married 5 years, and now married 7. So everybody's different. Everybody, I don't know. I just have a lot of love in me and a lot of forgiveness in me. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive.
Oh, you know what? I love her story. I love her heart. I love her story so much. Just to clarify, LUV with the quotations. No,
Right? That's what I use. I use LUV. I use LUV.
LUV with the quotations. No, but you're cool. Nah, yeah. So LUV, LOVE, whichever, but no, but LUV. All right. Anyway, but yeah, so nah, that was a powerful story. And would like to share similar as well. A little bit different. Doesn't mean it's me, maybe not me. Who knows? The hell knows. But you know, it was really interesting relation to what you're saying, relation to the whole, you know, somebody took your virginity and stuff like that. And it was emotional. And I definitely understand that. But I'm curious on you guys' thoughts on when it comes to, and if I'm the only male on here, other males can speak on this. Whatever the case. Why am I almost always the only male on here? You know what? I'm not complaining. I love it. You know, that means there is like the rest of the estrogen and one testosterone. So I am not mad at that. Anyway, like I was so like as you guys get to know me, I'm an idiot sometimes, but I'm also serious. So, but what is it with sometimes, right? Okay. Say, for example, and now this is playing devil's advocate here, I definitely understand your story. But say, for example, if a man or a guy, for example, is a virgin, whether he's a virgin at 18, 17, 14, 20, 30, 35, 40, whatever, he's a virgin in general. And then some women don't want to give that guy no play because he's a virgin. Now, when I mean play, you know, I mean the dirty, whatever you want to call it. And then or just to even hang out with, whatever. But then at the same time, when that person who was a virgin now is not, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. And then the ones who played him out, or maybe played him out, or others who knew whatever, now they want to maybe look at him. And the dude can be thinking like, wait a sec, I was the same dude whether before or after. What changed? So from some male perspectives, you know, when things like that happen, we're looking like, okay, well, we did this, so therefore we're going to do this because now this happens. When before we tried everything else, but maybe that didn't work. So now we got to change up in order to do ABC. And then sometimes when the male changes up, other stuff works out sometimes for that male, whatever that is, if that's getting it in, if that's even talking to a female or whatever the case may be, right? Because there's different biases that could happen. One male, for example, could allegedly be on a so-called good track or right track, whatever you want to call it, but then that male maybe doesn't get any play whatsoever. But then he maybe changes up, does these other things, and then he gets more play in the world. And it's like, what's up with that? So I guess where's the disconnect or the misperception there? Because there was a song, I forgot the rapper's song, I forgot his name. Basically, I don't remember the song, but the song basically goes, you know, the kid is a virgin in the song, and he knows that if he says to the girl that he's a virgin, he's not going to get no play. But then in the song, he's practicing, watching movies, making sure he's prepared and all this stuff. And then when a girl in middle school or high school, whatever, gets to the house, you know, he never says that he's a virgin because he knows he might get played out. So then everything works out for the young man. He's happy and so on and so forth. And no disrespect involved or anything like that, you know, from the song. It's just telling another reality from the male perspective, because he knows if he would have said anything else, nothing would have happened. Instead of saying, be like, look, I'm this is that. And then it's like, oh, well, I don't know. Instead of, you know, confidently acting the part. And at the same time, everybody wins or is happy. So I'm curious on you guys' take on that.
Well, can I be the first to say something? Hello, my loves. This is Empress Blue. How are you, Mikael? What's up, my love? I loved your story of healing and love, because that's really what it's about. You have had love in you from such a little girl that it's just you've just loved your whole life, and I love that about you, sis. But Raymond, we were taught the bull doohickey. You know what I'm saying? We were given a vision of what it was supposed to be, and we weren't allowed to just allow it to be what it was. I used to, when I was in high school, whatever, I used to fall in love with guys that were smart. They didn't have to look a certain way. They just had to move me. You know, we had to have something in common. I had a couple of quote unquote ugly boyfriends, and I would bring them home, and my mother and my family and everybody was like, why? But I didn't see ugly. I just saw the beauty in people. I just saw, you know, that which moved me and made me feel better, you know, about myself. I like to be around people that help me to grow in a better kind of light, you know. But
Yeah.
my mother and my families were looking for the hottest guy, the cutest guy, the guy with potential. He had to have a job or a car or something, and all of these things that did not have value. Those things never moved me. I looked for the things that did he make me laugh when I was with him? Was he stupid? Was we laughing? Were we just enjoying the moment in the elements, you know? Did he like trees? I'm a tree hugger. Did he like to hug trees? Did he laugh at me because I hug trees? Or just did he enjoy me because I was a being that loved to hug trees? You know, did he judge me? Did he appreciate me for just, you know, on my frumpy days? You know, those were the important things to me. And we're taught to like the fast guy, the guy. We always want the guy that all the girls want, you know, the cutest guy in school, and the guy, you know, that can give you some lunch money, or the guy that, you know, mom, not him, but mom picks him up in the bins. And it was all, in my opinion, a lot of status and a lot of frivolous bullshit that, you know, didn't matter. You know, girls are with guys because they like the fact that everybody is envious of them being with that guy. You know, we've heard about, oh, he has a big thing, or such and such said he you know, he has sex really good, so everybody wants to have sex with him. But the guy that's really worth anything is the one, you know, doing his work, and the one that's attentive, and the one that's raising his hand, and the one that at lunchtime, if you drop something, will pick it up for you, and the one that always says, you know, respectful things and loving things. Those are the guys that got the crack, you know? So I just, for me, it's the propaganda, you know? And we've been shoveled that bullshit since we've been babies. The propaganda of the knight in shining armor, I mean, you know, I've had so many unexpected knights in shining armor. Guys that I just may have got a ride home with, and we just happened to have a conversation, and we'd never talked before because I didn't pay him any mind. But now we had a conversation, and I'm like, wow, like you are amazing, like, you know what I mean? But we never give that a chance because it's drummed into us from such an early age what we should be expecting. You know, if the man don't have no money, you better not bring home no broke ass man. You better not bring home no ugly guy. You know, he has
I
to
don't.
mother in them has to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Raymond,
To add on to what you said, to add on to what you were saying,
I
like
gotta-
sex was taboo.
I got
My family from that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Hello.
You know,
I'm sorry. Can you guys hear
I
me?
was gonna say Raymond, you don't have to worry about being a virgin. It's okay. It all depends
You're
on
funny.
your
You
attitude.
know, she got jokes. You know,
It all depends on your attitude.
you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? I love the jokes on here because I never said.
I didn't hear
It's all how you come to the woman. If you,
No, it's true. No,
how
it's
you
true.
come to the woman, come to her. If you come to her meek, is all right. You could be a virgin. You
this
come
is
to
a
her
great
meek. But if
topic.
you come to her with a dogmatic attitude, you can't.
Yeah,
It's
no.
a great topic because
here's
it's like when you shield one from something that's natural, such as energies attracting, you're gonna get more of it. So if sex was taboo in your home, which is in my home, I didn't learn anything about it. I didn't learn about sex at school. Sex education taught me about sex in school. So the fact that my mama ain't teach me nothing about it, I had to learn it by the streets and dudes showing me. See, everything I learned basically in my life, I learned from a man because my dad, even though him and my mom was closer, he always provided financially. He wasn't there to teach me things and how to attract a great man or how to even choose a great man. So nature and the universe taught me the things that I knew. And trust me, it wasn't easy. I learned the hard way. And I didn't get an orgasm. I had 3 babies. So I was three children, 19. I got 3 children and I still hadn't got an orgasm. So I go to the doctor, talk to the doctor. She said, baby, don't worry about it because a lot of women out here faking orgasms. So she told me what I need to do with my child's father to have a real orgasm. I only got orgasms from grinding. But then as far as penetration, it was only pleasing the man because I wasn't getting no pleasure. So then when I started practicing how to have sex as far as the clitoris, and y'all know how all that's supposed to go to get an orgasm, that's when I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack. Because that shit felt so good and real.
Well, I'm saying that
energy is the most powerful energy on the planet. That energy is the most powerful energy on the planet. It brings forth life. So I don't play with that energy. I don't play with it.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, even though we're having this conversation, and can you guys hear me? Not sure.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And I said, even though we have this conversation, even though we have this conversation and it's fun, just a disclaimer. I was not talking about me directly, but I will share this story.
You're right.
So it's funny. It's almost every dude, has a vision or a dream of the girl next door. And it's actually a movie for those who haven't seen it. A really good movie, by the way. And it's like whether it was not me directly or others. Latonica put something in here which is very true and interesting. She said that's immature mindset on the lady's part. It's a matter of not wanting to be with a guy who is not experienced and they don't want to teach, in quotations, how to make to a woman. And that's a very powerful statement. So it's interesting. Every dude has different experience with this. But in relation to like quote unquote girls next doors, when one dude or dude is a virgin, they don't necessarily want to mess with them, whether older women or younger. But then when this person found out, like, oh, this person wasn't a virgin, it's like everything came off. Oh, hell and angels rose to the earth. And we're thinking, what the hell is going on here? And is it because of the fact that the dude is not a V card anymore? It's like he's okay, it's acceptable, attached to me, because he had whatever. I don't know if women maybe go through something like that, but I know males go through something like that, and then some males are like, "Oh, really?" So now because you don't quote unquote have that title, oh, now it's okay now. That's another perspective.
Interesting.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's me. I'm speaking different truths.
Your question is long, kinda. So, what was the question, brother?
No,
You got a lot of things going on at one, and then it's like, okay, let me think. We gotta
No,
think about
he
everything you
just
said.
I'm not sorry.
that not
There's a lot of disclaimers there.
Yeah,
he
because it's not
kinda,
just me. It's a million other men in the world. So let's give them different scenarios. That's all.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's okay.
We
Yeah.
understand.
Really. Well, to bring it back a little bit to what Mr. Empress was talking about how it being something generational. It reminded me of the fact of how young we were, how young in our development we were taught to always go for the bad guy. Now well, maybe some of y'all is thinking this, but remember how you would go to the playground or pre-K or something or another, and you have the boy that may push you or bully you or pull your hair, and you go tell your parents or your mama or whatever or whoever, and they be like, that's okay. If a boy is picking on you, that means they like you, because they don't know how to express their feelings any other way other than to pick on you. That right there is a part of the start of us going towards the bad guy, because obviously if he's hitting me and he's pulling my hair, he must like me. Not true. And he may pick on the one that's just off on his lonesome, playing in the sand or whatever the case may be. And okay, so that guy, that boy must be weird, and I shouldn't like him because the one who was picking on me, who quote unquote like me, is picking on him. So I should just focus on the one that's basically abusing me, rather than the one that's just stimulating his intellect.
Yeah, it's passed down.
You get
That's
right.
down.
That's passed down.
Mm-hmm.
From there on, it's just like, okay, well, if you're standoffish and whatever, you're weird, and that's just the high school jock that everybody likes or whatever. Yeah, if I get him, then all the girls are gonna be mad, and I'm gonna be the cool girl because I'm with the cool guy. No,
But
no.
who's teaching us? These parents that have been hurt, that have been through these horrible relationships, and they don't even realize they're teaching us as babies. As babies, we'll be like, "Oh, mommy, in 5th grade, this is my boyfriend," and they go, "You don't want that boy." He's a baby too. They already judging and sizing you up, and you in kindergarten. Like, come on, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So it's
It's
the blue.
funny looking at. They like him. Like it's such a it's detrimental to the way we think of how we go about choosing, or some of us rather go about choosing our lovers, our mates. So Raymond, for the good guys, we are sorry. We have to unlearn that junk and unprogram our minds. Those of us who have had that program, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this, and I appreciate the thoughts. I'm gonna just say I've been unprogramming women and females' minds for a minute now, in relation to certain things, and in relation to that, and it's a fine line between what I learned, and other people have learned, between being a nice guy and a confident guy, and at the same time a fun jerk, but not a bad guy that hits. or whatever the case is on the line, because the same connotation of someone looking for the quote unquote bad boy or bad guy is also in the fun journey or the confident guy, but there is a difference because we know the difference between how to really, for example, upgrade our when we're laughing and joking or whatever, being a jerk, but it's not in a way that's derogatory. So those same traits that are sometimes found in quote unquote bad guy or evil guy can sometimes be disillusioned with some women, and so on and so forth. So it's a fun conversation. Of course. I think I'm the only testosterone guy on here. So I'm not mad.
Be willing to learn. We have to be willing, Raymond. We have to be willing to pour out our cup and to refill it with the things that we want to refill it with. We have so much in our cup that has been designed by our mother, our father, our cousins, our sisters, our brothers, our uncles, our aunts. Everybody's opinion, our teachers. We need to really now, as adults, empty out our cup and then refill it with the things that bring us joy, that edify us, that makes us happy, that gives us less resistance, that and then I think when we do that, we'll see a whole different world evolve around us. Like, I have something to say to y'all while we're here and we're talking about personal things. I am the black leopard of my family because I'm not a sheep. And, everybody in my family that I've helped or been there for, and I'm talking about mother, father, brothers, people that are my immediate family has turned their back on me, crapped on me, did all kind of whatever. But I still, like Mecca, I am a very forgiving woman. I have love in my heart. I don't just say that I love, but I try my best to profess my love as well as show my love. And a lot of people that are really close to you take that for granted. Now, I've been estranged from my family for years, but anytime they get in contact with me, I show them love or whatever, because that's what that's what I would want somebody to do for me. But they always are disrespectful, even up to now, up to this day. So I haven't seen my mother in years, and she's in town. And all of my brothers, every time we get together, I know how to be cordial. But things are said, little shots are thrown, with they try to get under your skin and make you feel a certain way, but I'm mature enough where I can sit in that environment and still maintain my spirit, maintain my love. But it's the whole time I'm there, the whole time I'm with my family, if we do decide to get together, I find that I'm on my throne and I'm maintaining my calm and my peace, and I'm not saying certain things that I might have wanted to say before, people throwing shots, and I'll just look at them and smile. This now where before I would have cussed them straight out. But my mother called me today. I haven't seen her in years. She's in town. Somebody in my family passed away, and they're having a picnic tomorrow. Now, I'm not really cool, meaning, okay, I'm cool with anybody anywhere I go always, but these people don't. They envy me, they're jealous of me, they always have issues with me, whatever. All I do is show up. But they want me to come to the memorial tomorrow. Mother hasn't seen me, and all of my brothers are going to be there except my oldest brother. But I had already made arrangements to do something else tomorrow. And this is what the guilt that poured in guilt bull crap. That's my mom. I haven't seen her in a long time. Those are my brothers. Yeah, they done me dirty, but I might not never see him again. I'm thinking, should I go? Should I just nix my plans altogether just to go and be amongst a whole bunch of negative energy, negative I can't totally say negative energy, because when me and my brothers get together, we do laugh and whatever. But it's like I am torn right now of doing what I want to do and doing what morally would seem to be the right thing to do, because that's your mom. You haven't seen your mom, and you don't know, she's older. And what are your thoughts and views on this situation.
Could you do both?
I was thinking maybe I could. It would cost me money extra, you know, but I'm thinking I might could do both. But then my selfish self is like, bump that. I'm going to do what I want to do. They do both?
Well, how would you feel if that's the last time you saw your mother? If something happened to her, how would you feel? If you're okay with it, then don't go. But if you could do both, and even it costs you a little bit of money, I would try to do both.
Yeah. That's what my spirit said, to do both. I just wanted to get opinions because my spirit said do both, but then my ego was like, fuck that. We want to do, and they was there, and then you start bringing up, the ego starts bringing up time. Remember that time when, but
You have to
forgiveness means to let go of all of that stuff.
you have to be bigger than your family. You have to be bigger than your family.
Okay.
Could you hear me?
I'm always a bigger person. Come on, tell the truth. Don't you get sometimes you get tired of always having to be the bigger person? I'm gonna do it because that's who I am. But it's I gotta be a bigger person.
Hello. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Can you?
No, I want to say thank you, Sister Empress, for sharing that comment. I just want to say, make sure you hit up Michael Jackson to remember the time, and then I also share. I don't know. I just want to change some conversations. I don't know if Brother Ali is on the line or not. I don't know if he's on the line, Brother Ali. I know he wanted to share. I don't know if he's on. Sister Latonica, did you see him pop on? Just curious.
I do not at the moment.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna text him this link. The backup. Okay.
Okay. But really quickly, the Empress, what I was gonna say is, you know how you and me talk at times. My ego would say you are allowed to cut family off and just love them from a distance and save your own personal peace. But another part, because you and I know each other personally, you are my sister, I love you, and I know your story. I
just
do
want to
agree
say,
with Sister. I do
excuse me, I just
agree
want
with
to
Sister.
excuse myself because I had to go get back to work. So I just wanted to, Sister Mecca, I want to interrupt you, sis, but I want to just say good night to everybody and look forward to speaking
Love
with
you,
everyone.
Mecca.
I love you too. Okay.
Mecca, you're
Yes, sir.
amazing. You are definitely amazing, and I love your comments of realness. Definitely got to catch up.
I love your transparency.
And I have to go. And I have to go too.
Thank
Like,
you. Good night to everyone. Peace and love, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Oh, Priscilla Brown's going too?
yeah, I have to go because I'm at work. I'm supposed to have been on the floor. yeah.
Oh no,
you.
not you. You guys are so real, fun. Oh man. Okay. All right. I'll catch you next time.
Thank you both. One perfect love.
Definitely. So that means
We'll talk with you, okay?
definitely. We'll reach out. Thank you for coming on.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah, hold up. So that means it's me, Empress, Hanukkah, Rojo on the stealth line. Yeah. Hello.
It's the crew, huh? Wind us down.
It's the crew. I mean, it always ends up with the crew, and that's cool.
The crew, yeah. Thank you.
I was going to say,
You're breaking up. What happened?
going to say tonight too. It's crazy.
You see, Latonica saying something important, and she's moving around. I can hardly hear anything she's saying now.
Yeah, and my phone, Raymond, I've been watching Prime I've been watching Prime movies, and I think it takes away your data. So now my phone is buffing. So I don't know how to get. I need to get more megabytes, or what is it? What is it? Gigabytes?
Botanica, what'd you say?
So my can work properly.
No, I said I was going to share tonight. That's crazy.
You were scared tonight? What?
I was going to share tonight.
Oh, you're gonna share tonight? You in the phone?
Yep. You see how that works? Okay.
Yeah, I call it. That's some BS right there. You know, but that's okay. That's some BS. Empress, Botanica volunteered to share a poem.
What?
Shots.
Yes, girl.
Exactly.
The closing, nice top, but
That's what I'm talking about. Scary.
You know. Yeah, I mean, she messaged me directly saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna share my poem." I said, "She gonna share her what?" I said, "Okay." I said, "Wow."
That's what I'm talking about.
I said, "Wow."
Out there. Growth in them there heels. You can
You know.
oh, I'm listening to your poem. You can still share.
As long as nobody falls asleep, we're all good.
oh, you wanna play? Hey, okay. I'll take that.
I can't.
Let's see. Let's see. What happened?
Talk you guys. My phone is.
Empress, hope your phone isn't doing what happened before. It was all clear before.
My phone is buffing. It keeps buffing. I've been watching movies, and the Prime movie says it takes from your data. So I think I have to get more megabytes or something, more data. I don't know how to do that, but I need to do that because this buffing stuff is not allowing me to do what I need to do.
Okay.
I think Google gives you.
everybody.
I don't know. It's a ghost line on here. You hear that? All that noise? That's what happened on my phone the other night. Is that my phone?
Yeah, that happened last time. Yeah, so I'm like, what is that?
I don't know. It's like a line to the other dimension or something. Like they trying to talk from the future. Huh?
Oh.
I said, who's trying to contact us from the future?
I don't know, probably the Flash.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll say the Flash.
Okay, so let's get that phone. What's good? What's good?
Oh, my God. It's good.
What?
I can barely hear me.
I don't know, Botanica, you moving or something? I don't know what you're doing.
That is true.
I'm fanning myself. It's hot.
You are fanning because it's hot?
Girl, you don't have no AC.
What?
You don't have no AC?
One of the AC broke and I don't have it.
Well, I'll tell you, like I told Mick, you wet a t-shirt, squeeze it out, and put it on your body. It cools down. And it feels good. Go. No, I mean you can, but no, I just wet it. Just wet it, squeeze it out, and put it on. And then it'll cool you down immediately. The whole shirt is gonna completely dry. And then you just wet it again and do it.
Hold on. What about a shirt? I heard a shirt.
No, when I was a little girl, when we used to be hot, it was no AC. My mom used to tell us to wet our t-shirt and put it on. And as soon as I did it, it would fall off my feet. Because it cools your body down immediately.
Oh.
You can't play that. Right.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
Obtained information.
I had to. I had to. You know, it's funny tonight. I like how everybody opened up a little bit and told different truths. You know, if it's relation to them or otherwise, or friends or people. That was really cool. Hold on a second. Let Tony and Michelle know.
It's really important to be able to talk to each other. That's the families.
Yeah. I feel you. You know, but I may tell you guys because it was really fun, you know, just sharing different information. But it was just really interesting, you know, back in the day when I was a V card and then not being a V card. And then when my neighbor changed all of a sudden, oh, now she want to teach me everything. I said, look at this mess. And not gonna front. I was all in that. I am not gonna front. But at the same time, before I definitely was too. I was all in the crevices. But here's the funny thing. When I wasn't that, it was like, nah, I don't know. You know, I was like, what the hell is this? You know,
Because
this.
a man can provide and protect. Women want a man that has status. Women want a man that is going to take, you know, because we've been taught that the man is what gives you the you the best man possible.
You broke up.
We were taught that, I mean, women want the best man possible. We're taught that. You know what I mean? So it's about the status and what you have and what you can do.
Oh no! Yeah.
So when your title changed, everything changed.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's where I kind of, and I could be wrong and let me know, but that's where I sometimes call nonsense or BS, because to me I was still the same person. I just lost the title of the V card. I lost the title of the V card, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, it's like, yo, let me teach you this, let me show you, and I was like, what kind of nonsense is this? And then the funny thing is, here's the funny thing, she was so surprised when I lasted, however I lasted, and what she couldn't do in relation to me or get me off, whatever. And she was so shocked. Like, how could you? And you were a V. I'm like, I don't know. You must have got the game twisted with all the assumptions I told her. And she was like, well, like, I'm like, So that was, I mean, she's cool. She was a cool person. Don't get me wrong. It was just funny at the transition change, and I said, "Oh, interesting." That's all I said.
I went to the senior prom with this guy that I met when I first got my first job. I was 14. We were really cool. He liked me then, and I never liked him in that way. He was like super duper smart. You knew this guy was gonna be like some kind of technical computer, you know, amazing wizard, or, you know, whatever it is he did, it was just amazing. And when he asked me to be his girlfriend and I told him no, and my cousin got wind of it, she was like, you turned him down? She was like, do you know what he does? And I'm like, yeah. Like, do you know how much money that man is gonna make? What does that do? What do me having feelings for him? I didn't like him. I didn't care what he was gonna do. Yeah. I wasn't willing to live a phony life just to say that I married the dude that invented. You know, it was all about status. You know, what can he do for you? You know, it didn't have to do with if you really liked or loved the person. It had to do with what they could do for you, if they could provide and protect for you. Period. You know? And that's what we were taught. better find you a man that's a good provider. You better find you a man that can protect you. You know, and that's stuff
Oh, no,
that
that makes question. Yeah, that makes sense.
that creates murderers.
Yeah, dude.
It creates adulterers. It creates angry people. It creates, this division. And because it's no way you can live with somebody for 25 years because of what they do. The whole time you've been craving someone who loves you, someone that your heart can relate to, And so you get angry at the person. You don't want to look at them. You mad, and then motherfuckers start plotting. How I'm gonna kill you? How can I kill you to get you out? Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, hold on, yeah, I had to kind of run. No, I think it's very, very interesting and truthful. But the question I have for you, Empress, you mentioned something about protector and all that. I get all that. I respect all that. But in women's head, and when I say women, I don't mean you guys, when I say that, but just open-handed question in relation to my neighbor or other men who have neighbors similar or different across the whole world. When, does for some men or women, I don't know, losing the V card status now perpetuate of what you said, of that protection or whatever the case, because the dude lost the V card compared to when he had the V card.
Say that again.
I said I understand and I agree about the whole protection thing for some women in relation to confidence, security, and all that stuff. I get all that. So what I'm asking in general, I'm not saying you guys. If it does apply, okay. If it doesn't, cool. I just mean in general, when a man loses the V card compared to when he had the V card, does that perpetuate him to that other status of protection, confidence, and stuff like that compared to before?
I don't think that has anything to do with it. Either you're a provider and a protector or you're not. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with, whether you have the V card or you don't have the V card. Either you're a provider, you're a protector, you're not. What I'm saying is that's been perpetuated in the young women's head so much. We were told that, you don't want to be with no virgin because they don't know what they're doing. You want to be with a man that's been experienced. So he knows what to do because you don't know what to do because you got the V card. So you don't know what to do. So you want to be a man you want to be with a man that knows what he's doing. That's going to make it more enjoyable and more pleasurable. So we don't look for the guy with the V card because he don't know what the hell he doing. That's just the mindset, that has been taught to the women. We want and what they don't understand is the one with the V card, that's the one that's going to pull all the way down because he ain't never had to. He get a big thing, it's going to be problems and repercussions.
Yeah, no, you're right. And go ahead. You're breaking up, guys.
No, I was saying plus that also teaches from an early age, a young woman how to be a selfish lover in a sense. Because you're not focusing, okay, maybe I can teach this person something, or how can I figure out how to love under divine masculine? You're only thinking about how can he love on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a immature, selfish mindset that comes along with that type of mindset. Because what you don't want to teach them, you want them to be. You want them to be experienced because that means that they know how to, make love to you, the woman, and how she feels, and her getting whatever. And if he doesn't, then it's a problem. But
I'm sorry,
Kind of
baby. I can't hear you.
your way of thinking. Go ahead, sis.
No, I was saying I can't hear you. I don't know. It sounds like a train or something's in the background. I don't know
What are you listening to?
Huh?
I said, what are you listening to?
I'm not doing anything. That happened the other night too. When Raymond and I was on the phone, I don't know what that noise is. There's nothing going on here. The only thing that's on in my room is my AC. That's it.
Raymond, did you hear anything?
Yeah, no. So it happened before when this Latonic and I were talking on Zoom. It was, this weird screech for some reason. I don't know when the other people were talking. It was more than one person. Like what just happened. There wasn't. I didn't hear it. But now I hear it, and I don't know why. It's weird.
When you're on the Friday, do you hear it? Usually.
Usually no, because I'm on a computer. I'm on my phone at a undisclosed location. I am at a location where there's a bunch of beautiful people around me with gemstones. The only thing that's missing is the pole.
I know that's right. Real good. Enjoy yourself. Why do you want to? I don't understand.
I don't know. This was last minute when I found out about it. It was very last minute.
Yeah, me too. You know.
Oh man, this is funny. This is funny.
No,
but it's a nice place. This is a different one. Not the Edgewater one. It's a different one, but it's still pretty nice. It's interesting.
Well, you have to invite. See how interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
Yeah, I places like that. I just like.
And they have good food here too. I said, oh my God, this food is banging.
Well, yeah, you gotta write that down. They got banging food. That's
yeah, the food is banging. Does the other place have food that you guys go to?
Mm-hmm. You said what?
Does the other place have food? The place you guys go to?
It does. Oh, so
yeah.
Yes, it does. It has a whole store.
Oh, we got food too? Okay. Yeah, this place has food also.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So that's cool.
Oh, you just got the message? Oh my God. I mean, I couldn't go upstairs. I had about food when I was gone. I bought food. I told bro, oh, my bad. Hold on. Put on mute before I get somebody in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good slow, yo. You are eligible for managed long term. Okay. I don't know where none of my important papers are. I left, came back, and I'm like, where did I put my stuff? I'm trying to find stuff. Be right now looking, trying to get my stuff together so I can move. But I can't find these papers. I'm wondering if they raid my room, go through my stuff. Did they? But all right, girl, you know I can talk to you anytime.
I'm gonna put the camera on, guys. Oh, I'm gonna show you Brother Glenn. All right, let's do that.
Hey, Glenn. Why I don't see you?
He finally found downstairs where the food is at and everything's broken down here. He's having fun though. He's playing chess and everything upstairs, you know. No, he's gonna eat on the road when we're driving. Yeah. He'll be eating on the road when we're driving.
What is that in Jersey? It's in Jersey City?
What happened?
It's in Jersey City where you are?
No, we're in Palisade Park area right now. Yeah. Some plans change, so we're leaving at nighttime instead of today. Oh, in a long story short, but we're going to also try to visit the KOK office tomorrow at around 3, whatever the case, around 3 p.m. Oh, can you make it a 12:15? You think? No, like 12:15. Now we can do it. The KOK office. No. All right. Oh no, the road said we can do 3 p.m. but because that's 12:15. No clue.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of KOK, all right. All jokes aside, now, dun dun dun. I'm gonna say this, Latonica, you ready for it? Dun dun dun. Brother Glenn is about to beat you to level 1. Brother Glenn is rocking it. He's rocking it. You cannot let Brother Glenn beat you.
I cannot let Brother Glenn beat me. I cannot let him beat me, Glenn. Now it's on and popping. It's on, Glenn. I got my guns out now, Glenn. I got you at first, but now I see red. I got my guns out, Glenn. I gotta beat you, Glenn.
You got it, dude.
Go, Glenn, go. Number 1. You can do it. Because if I root for you, that means I'm going to get it. Go, Glenn, go. Reverse psychology.
He say he got a secret sauce or something.
I want you to do this. I hope you knock it out the park, Glenn.
You mean Steve? It's recording to the cloud. Not on the cloud. I'm recording to my phone. Yes, the cloud. Oh, I'm a I got a special program. I'll take that later. Yeah, I got unlimited. Unlimited. Yeah, so I mean, like, we can't. We can't have Brother Glenn beating both of y'all. He just got in the game like 2 weeks ago.
All right, after this class, me and Mick do. I'm gonna be like level 3 in like one day. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I'm thinking
I don't know. Yes. Well, Brother Rojo, you want to call, listen to all this? Brother Glenn trying to find you. Where is your secret place?
he's not on the call anymore.
Oh, he got off? Oh, okay. What's something around here? This place is a maze. This place is a maze. I don't know. Check every bottle or something. Oh, just give him a call. Oh, your phone call. Oh, yeah, but it's Telegram. Do Telegram call. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, so I know. See, I try to look out for Glenn. Glenn and I kind of think similarly. I knew Drew was hungry. Oh man, yes. Yeah, I know the same thing. You know why? Oh, not in that one. All of them? Oh, well, this one can handle it, though. Can handle it. Okay, so it's not liable. The one that the phone may not be as strong. That's why. Hey, you don't mind that. Yeah, exactly. You got to lose weight. Yeah. My goal is a 4-pack. My goal is a 4-pack. Yeah.
And
All right, so I'm gonna go. I have some things to do. I love you much. I'll talk to you.
Okay, Empress, thank you. Thank you for coming on. You're amazing.
No, Jack.
You know, we have to help Latonica, you know. I don't know if you guys want to work on some arrangement, but as soon as Latonica starts, you'll be number one, Empress.
I might be number one before Latonica starts because I don't think I can wait.
Oh no, that's a female challenge. Oh no. Dun, dun, dun.
My second star.
I've got expenses that I need to take. I know this. I'll be the
I'm not trying to I'm just saying you might be on the second. You heard me? You have to be because I gotta get this number one. I gotta get it.
I know, Mama.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you
What
guys,
happened?
I love you both. Y'all have an amazing night. I'll see you soon.
All right. Latonica, I'm gonna call you, okay?
One perfect love.
Okay, I catch you guys. All right.
Peace.